Good morning, guys. It's 7:30 a.m. in the morning for me right now, but I can't wait to tell you guys for 10 mistakes you should not be doing on your accounts if you want to be progressing faster in Raid. In this video, I'm gonna talk about 10 really big mistakes you should not be doing, and also share which of these I have been doing myself, for longer than I would like to admit. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and a subscribe would be awesome. But now, let's get into it. Starting off with a bonus mistake, which I'm actually guilty of, is not starting Raid with a download promo link. Right now I have probably the best download link ever in the game, which is gonna get you started with so much extra good stuff. Like, I'm not even joking, guys. This promo code is probably the best thing that has happened to Raid ever. And if you download the game from my download link, you're gonna get not one, not two, not three, not five, but 4 amazing champions as soon as you start Raid and hit level 30. After finishing the tutorial, you get yourself the amazing poisoner Elenaril, and after that you get Tagoar, Uugo, and Fayne after each 10 levels, which is absolutely amazing. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating how cool this code is, because you literally get an amazing clan boss team in your first week, which is literally unheard of. I don't know how long this code is gonna be active, so if you ever thought about starting Raid or plan on making a new account, now would be the best time to do so. And you're also gonna have 24 hours to pick one of the amazing promo codes that can give you Tagoar or Monkey King or Alice and so on and so forth. So what are you waiting for? Get into the game. Okay, and the first really big mistake we are going to be talking about is feeding champions you're not supposed to. Nowadays there's so many champions in Raid, it's not even funny, and these are not even half of it. Like, look at this nonsense, including my vaults. Gotta scroll for quite a while to see all my champions, and each and every one of them can have some amazing effects for your account depending on what you need them for. Even lowly rare champions nowadays could be super useful with things like Faction Wars, Centrano, Secret Rooms in Doom Tower, and all of that nonsense, so you really need to be extra careful before deciding if you can be feeding a champion or not. I myself am extremely guilty of this one, and back in the day, like literally in my first month or two, my dumbass decided to feed Ruella, an absolutely amazing champion that literally took me years, I'm not even over exaggerating, years to get a second copy of, and by the time I got a second copy of Ruella, I was basically already covered on all the pieces of content I needed her for, but she would have been absolutely amazing for things like Fire Knight, because she has a A1 triple hitter, her A2 gives all of the amazing debuffs, and she would have been amazing for my clan boss team, I'm sure, and she also have a nice little turn meter fill, so she really does have it all. But I just had to get myself a 6-star champion that day now, didn't I? So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, guys, really be careful before you decide feeding a champion. Best thing you can do, or at least the bare minimum you could do, is go down to Hell Hades, check if the champion has some potential for something, and if it has 3 stars or more, maybe it's not a bright idea to be feeding it right now, and you'd be much better off just feeding silly common and uncommon champions all the way to 5-star. I know it takes a little bit longer, but better be safe than sorry. Mistake number 2 is one a lot of us are guilty of, and this one is wasting your gems on things you're not supposed to. Gems are really important in this game, but essentially what gems are is basically reserved energy for you. Literally the best thing you could be using your gems for would be to be spending them 40 gems a time to refill your energy and get yourself those tournament points, those event points, those fusions, all of that good stuff when you actually need that energy. I know it's easy just banging out 800 energy to grab yourself masteries for your champions, and God knows I have been doing that back in the day, and honestly I still am, because nowadays I'm kind of a whale, let's say it. Not really, but yeah, I'm definitely a big fish, I guess. Wouldn't call me a whale or anything like that, but I guess a big fish ought to do it. And I do have myself a good amount of gems at all times, because I always get myself the daily gem pass as soon as it refreshes, because that really is the best 10 bucks you could be spending in Raid, hands down, no questions asked. But a lot of people waste their gems on masteries when they really are not supposed to. Like, if you spend 800 gems on masteries, you're costing yourself 1 million of silver, as well as about 150 gems, because technically if you want to be maxing out the masteries of a champion, it's gonna take you around 650 gems of energy refills to get that champion maxed out. And you're also gonna be getting about 1 million silver, and you're also gonna be leveling it up all the way to 60 for free, basically. And the other thing you could be wasting gems on, which is really not a great idea, would be on big shard packs. Yes, 11 ancient shards sounds like a decent amount. For 900 gems though, really? It's not the worst idea in the world. You could get lucky with a legendary. Sometimes it's worth it if you're really in a gotta pinch for a few extra shards for that champion chase or summon rush or that kind of stuff, but please stay away from this button if you're not at least above 3, 4, 5,000 gems. Ancient shards are not that hard to get. I myself sometimes have been guilty of this thing back in the day, I'm not gonna lie. I think I was chasing something like a Demiffa, which I still think I don't have, by the way. Yeah, look at this nonsense. I still do not possess a Demiffa, and I'm pretty sure I spent like 2,700 gems that time when she had like 25 odds of showing up, but no, the game just said, nah, dude. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is be careful, save those gems for when you actually need them, and the time you really should be needing them is during fusions. Which is honestly the next mistake I need to be talking about, because I hear a lot of you think that fusions are not doable as free to play, and honestly you could not be more wrong. Doing fusions is really not that hard, guys. All it takes is a little bit of preparation, all it takes is a little bit of self-control, and that way you're never gonna be missing a fusion you want to be getting. Nowadays it feels like every single fusion will be mattering for quite a while for most of us, because with hard faction wars, I mean, can we really skip anything nowadays? Really? Like I myself, I'm doing quite well on the faction war so far for the most part, but I still would definitely like to be having some extra specific champions here and there for some of the harder faction war challenging stages. So yeah, it's really gonna be very, very hard for most of us to be skipping any kind of fusion until we actually know we have enough good champions for each faction. So what do you need to do for these fusions? Well, you just gotta prep. You gotta save your silver, you gotta save your gems, and most importantly, you gotta save your shards, guys. Like popping your shards every time there's a silly progressive chance event, or a silly summon rush tournament that doesn't really give you anything towards a fusion or anything important. It's really not gonna help your account, guys. What you need to be doing is holding back with all of those important shards, gems, and silver for the time where you're actually gonna need all of those resources to progress through the tournaments. And do let me know in the comments if you want a dedicated video on how exactly you should be preparing for fusions and big events like that, and I'll do my best to do so really soon. The next mistake many people are guilty of is ignoring Clan Boss, as well as Hydra and Chimera, but Clan Boss definitely takes the cake here because this is actually one of the best ways for you to be preparing for fusions. It's probably a secret to nobody at this point that Clan Boss is literally the best thing you could be doing in the game as soon as you start off, because it just gives you so much extra resources. Being able to do Nightmare or even Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss will allow you to actually farm more than 10 sacred shards each month, as well as more than 10 legendary books, and it also drops you gems, good items from the Cruel and Immortal set, and a bunch of extra goodies too. And this is literally happening daily. So please do yourself a favor and watch my guide on how you could be doing Clan Boss a little bit easier with the champions you have, and you really need to be doing everything you can to get as high as possible as soon as possible, because there's really no better way to be progressing in this game than covering both Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare on the daily. It could be taking you even 3 keys to do Ultra Nightmare, but it's still gonna be hella worth it doing it each day to get all of those cool rewards. Honestly, same can be said for Hydra, but it's no secret that Hydra is just way too hard for most people, especially in their first few months, because it's so freaking champion intensive, guys. Like, Hydra is no joke. Even the normal difficulty is gonna take you a good 3, 4, 5 months to actually start getting covered nicely, if you're a normal player, that is, because it just has so much things you need to know. Like, the boss guide is super intimidating. There's literally 6 different heads you need to know how exactly to play around and which one to target and which one to ignore and all of that stuff. And I am planning to give you guys a detailed Hydra guide soon, but until then, don't forget you can also drop by my live streams each Tuesday and Thursday, where I do my best to give you guys free account takeovers and help you with anything you might need, like Clan Boss, like Hydra, like Chimera, champion regearing, gear cleansing, all of that stuff, so you guys can be enjoying the game a lot more. Chimera nowadays is also pretty worth doing. It's not that hard, especially the easy and normal modes, by the way, but it's still gonna be giving you a trickle of relic materials, as well as gems you could be socketing on those, so it's really important to be doing this free piece of content each week and do the best you can there. Mistake number 5 would be building your champions wrong and ignoring 2 of the most important stats they have, which is speed and accuracy in some cases. Speed really is the most important stat in the game, and it basically determines who is gonna go first, second, third, and so on and so forth. So not knowing how to speed tune your teams is really a great way to shoot yourself in the foot. When building your champions, it's really important to pay attention to how much speed they have, because this is gonna determine who's gonna go first, second, and so on. And what you want to be doing is your buffer and debuffer need to be going first, so they need to be the fastest. So here I have my Glaciat fast, Lydia second fast, and after that we have our nukers ready to waltz in with their increased stats as well as with their tenderized targets, and then they start kicking those teeth in, nice and easy and a lot more effective. Accuracy is the other really important thing you need to be paying attention in raid, but it's also something you don't want to be overdoing. Like accuracy, it's not like speed, it's not like the bigger the better, unless we're talking about PvP that is, but if you're building a champion for specific content, you actually need a predetermined amount of accuracy if you want to be building that level. An amazing tool you could be using to know exactly how much accuracy you need against different bosses in the game would be the Hell Hades Raid Shadow Legends Raid Stages tool. And from here you get to pick exactly the boss you're going to be fighting, let's say Clan Boss, let's say Nightmare, and let's see how much accuracy you need against this bad boy. Here it is. The Clan Boss has 150 resistance, so this means your champions need at least 175 accuracy if you want to be landing those debuffs, which you always do. This is also a great way to check out how much resistance you need to be getting, and you can see that this Clan Boss has 150 accuracy himself, which in turn means you need 255 resistance if you want to maximize your odds of resisting the dish this guy is serving. You could be using this on all sorts of different content, and that way you're gonna know exactly how much stats you need for each different boss, which is huge. Another huge mistake people are doing is ignoring different content, guys. Like nowadays, raid really does require quite a lot of time and effort to really be maximizing on every different front. Like we have Classic Arena, Tag Arena, Live Arena, Fortress keys, Crypt keys, Demon Lord keys, Hydra, Chimera, Gold, Silver, Curse City, Siege, everything is basically free real estate you kind of want to be doing on the daily. Well, obviously not the Chimera and the Hydra stuff, but you get the picture. And you really don't want to be ignoring any of these pieces of content, guys, because the game is just built that way. Like if you're missing out on some of the content, you're basically missing out on all of its extra free resources you could be farming on the daily, on the monthly, on the yearly. And when you combine all of those resources, well, you're really setting yourself back and you're not progressing as much as you could. I know a lot of people ignore Live Arena, for instance, like they just swear they never are gonna play this thing, but did you guys know that you're actually playing against bots after your third loss? Like, you literally could be doing this daily. Just queue 3 times, quickly concede, and on the 4th time you're gonna get yourself a bot who's gonna pick a very questionable team against you, and they're always gonna ban your first champion, and they're always gonna pick their first champion. It's pretty obvious when you're facing a bot. Like, I'm even gonna be able to pinpoint the bot I played against not too long ago. And here it is. This right here is exactly a bot. For me, bots are always around rank 4000, and they always like picking champions like Thor, as well as some other questionable champion here and there. Like, I don't even know what this girl is, but she definitely does not scream PvP to me. But yeah, Live Arena really is not that hard to be getting yourself at least your daily win out of it. So make sure to just quickly concede for 2 minutes, and after that just kill the bot nice and quick, and do yourself a favor and get that extra advanced quest, get those extra points, all of that stuff. Obviously, it's also really important for you guys to be doing well on Doom Tower, and what you could be doing is, after Doom Tower resets, the first thing you want to do is try and start climbing on hard first and see if you can unlock some of the bosses there, so you can actually be farming with your silver keys on the daily on the biggest, hardest stage of the boss you want to be farming. Spoiler alert, every time there's a Dark Fae rotation, you want to be farming Dark Fae every single day, because the lethal set is just so broken. And same with Faction Wars. Be it normal or hard, you want to be doing your best there every day, so you can farm yourself those elusive glyphs. And even if you're doing stage 1 of normal on Faction Wars, you're still going to be better off, because you're going to be farming at least level 1 glyphs that way, which is still pretty huge. Even if you just glyph out an entire champion with just level 1 glyphs, you're still going to have a lot of extra stats that way. Another mistake some people might be guilty of is over-leveling their campaign farmer. I myself nowadays have my trusty Fellhound as a campaign farmer, which is just a lowly rare. A void rare, but a rare nonetheless. And this bad boy literally deletes stage 12 free in a matter of 7 seconds. Like, look at what this mad lad does. Chomp. Again. And 7 seconds on the dot, and he is done. And yeah, this is my dedicated campaign farmer. I'm not really using it for much of anything else. So in turn, I did not need to really go crazy with the build. Like, look at this. This is the slowest champion on my account by far. But the whole reason about this speed is, this is exactly the amount of speed, or pretty close to it, I need to actually always be starting first on my waves. And that way, you guys saw what happens. It's always a 1 skill kill on each of the waves, safe, so that is more than enough for me to be doing the job I got this man to be doing. The gear is just some random BS, including some savage gear for that ignore defense, and everything else is trimmed down to the minimum, so it can actually be doing the job, but not much else. And yeah, I'm not really using this guy for much of anything else, maybe on some secret rooms or Centranos when that comes, but I'm not really losing any sleep because he's this slow there. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is as soon as you have your campaign farmer down, you don't really need to be making him much stronger than that, unless you're trying to use him for something else too. By the way guys, look at what I found in my Altar of Souls today. Look at this. Look at this witness. Finally, I get myself a 6-star Incarnate Spirit Soul, guys. Yeet. Nah, I'm joking, guys. Frickin' Marius, dudes. Frickin' Marius, 6-star, yo. Very, very important to get this 6-star on Marius. Like, look at these stats. Look at what this bad horse is about to be doing to these people. Let's give that 6-star and see what that do. We're gonna start horsing around. Awaken level increased. This is one of my few 6-star champions, by the way. Number 2. The only one I have so far is Acelin, and I'm not even using this bad boy much, which is saying a lot, because he's a freaking faction unity champion, but still, I don't know, he's just not that great so far. But yeah, the horse is gonna be doing a lot more horse things. The speed got very increased here, so I might actually have to fix up some of my buffers and debuffers, because this horse is way too fast now. But not only that, the cruelty is gonna be a lot more cruel now, like seriously, dude. Insane. Anyway, back to the program. This next mistake I'm very guilty of here and there, which is not planning out your freaking advanced quests, guys. These advanced quests have ruined my day so many times it's not even funny, but sometimes the stupid advanced quests give you a goddamn disgusting quest like finish faction wars with at least one rare champion, or kill a faction wars boss, and this has never been more true, guys. Like, nowadays the first thing you want to do before you start completing your keys and such is check out the goddamn advanced quests and see if there's one of those stupid bad quests you need to be tackling, because with Faction Wars hard, you really cannot be dilly-dallying with freaking rare champions now, can ya? And also, you're not always gonna have a boss at your disposal on some of the stages, so that can also go over your head. So please, for the love of God, check your freaking advanced quests first, and then decide if you're gonna be ignoring that quest, or if you're actually gonna go out of your way and maybe move down to normal to do something with rare champions and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is definitely worth doing your advanced quests on the daily, so you can get yourself some free legendary books, chickens, epic books, all of that good stuff, and also that energy refill on each day ain't no joke. And the last mistake obviously is gonna be not being subscribed to my channel. Like, what are you doing to me, guys? Come on, hit that subscribe button. I promise the content is gonna keep on getting better, and I'm gonna do my best to give you guys exactly what you want and need in order to have more fun in Raid Shadow Legends. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually an official Hearthstone creator from their Hearthstone creator program, and there I do my best to give you guys coaching gameplay, free deck guides, gameplay videos, all of that, top 5 meta reports and all of that. So I'm really doing my best to give you guys top quality content over here at the Raid channel as well. So would really appreciate it if you hit that button and help me grow this bad boy even faster. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Do let me know in the comments which of these mistakes you're guilty of, because in the end of the day, there's no shame in that. We've all been there. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget you can download raids from my download link if you want to start raid the right way with tons of amazing champions. Thanks for watching. I'm cripple5, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.